YouTube, channel with the Thanks so much for joining. Where on this channel we talk about all things finances, investing, books, things that are geared towards women, specifically to help them teach and rear their family as they journey through the walk of parenting, motherhood, and just encouraging their children to learn, be financially literate so that they're way ahead of where they were, and just educating them so they will be better off and can pass these lessons on to their generations and generations to come. So on this video, I wanted to share with you all a video that I was watching the other day called From the School of Hard Knocks. And these are young men that have gone and interviewed billionaires, millionaires, and billionaires. And they were interviewing on this video, they were interviewing the creator of Silly Bands. I don't know if you all remember Silly Bands, but they were those bracelets, multicolored, they had things on them, and they were, kids had them like crazy. And so I wanted to share with you what he was answering for them on a question where he was asked, what are some of the three things that he would recommend to help young people in this generation become more financially free. And basically, not to be a spoiler, but the gist of the message was just be careful on the little things that you're spending your money on, right? Be careful of the little things that you're spending your money on that you think is nothing, like your latte, your coffee, your sandwich, your everyday thing. He was explaining that even as simple as $1 or $2, as you grow it now, as you don't spend it now and grow it, invest it, down the line, the impact it will have on their finances. So he was just sharing like this importance of this, and he was disagreeing with some of the other experts about how to make money. And so I want you all to watch this video right quick and just share it. Share it with your friends, your families, your cousins, your children, your neighbors, as many people as you can, because it was quite awakening for me. So let's listen to it now.
3 rich habits, since you're on the Rich Habits podcast. What are 3 rich habits that the everyday entrepreneur and wealth builder should be incorporating into their lives?
Yeah, the latte. So a lot of the fake gurus that you all know who you are, that talk about the latte and the avocado toast and say it doesn't matter, go have the latte every day, go have the avocado toast every day. They just don't understand what compound interest can do for younger people. And so there is a number that I put out there, and you can fact check it, anyone out there that wants to fact check it. For every dollar you waste and you don't invest in, let's say, your early 20s, you're 22 or 23 years old, that $1 for that latte that day, so let's say it's $7 that day, every dollar can turn into $77 in retirement. Every dollar. So for that one beer you don't drink that's $6, that $6 invested would turn into hundreds of dollars in retirement. So I call bull on all of these people because they don't understand that most people, little leaks sink ships. And so most people go about their day. In the morning, they get a $7 coffee and they get a muffin. Then at lunch, they go get a Red Bull or 2 and they get their $16 lunch. And they do this for 30 years. And they wonder where all their money went. And so that's why people get wealth so backwards. They think that all the rich people out there just spend money like it's nothing. And it's actually the opposite. We always say on the Rich Habits podcast, wealthy people forecast, broke people react. And I think it is one of the best things everyone can learn, because they always get it backwards and they think wealthy people don't budget. Wealthy people are avid budgeters. They put all investments on automation as much as possible. They make sure they have a budget so they know what they're doing. And most importantly, sorry, Dave Ramsey, they use other people's money. That's the thing that people get so wrong. If you can't pay cash for it, don't own it. You shouldn't pay cash for anything, in my opinion, because if I can borrow money for 4 or 5%, even 6%, and I can make 12 or 15% in other investments or in the markets, why would I not use other people's money for everything? That's why the wealthiest people on earth, people don't understand, They have mortgages on their homes. They have loans on their yachts and their planes. They don't pay cash unless they need a write-off because of the fact that you always want to have the positive arbitrage of your money going into your pocket. So to condense that down, what would be the 3 rich habits? I would say number 1 is you have to start thinking like an investor and not a consumer, first and foremost. Most people, they get their paycheck, it goes into their bank account, it sits there. They may do a little something with a high yield savings account, but most of the time their money is sitting. Every dollar you have should have a job. It should be doing something. People laugh at me because they'll be like, show me your bank accounts. I'll show them. And there's rarely, hardly ever any money in my portfolio bank accounts because it's all either automated or it has a place. So I would say number 1 would be thinking like an investor and not a consumer. And the challenge I give to a lot of people that are just starting out, every time you want to go buy the new Nikes or you want to buy the new Hokas or a new iPhone, if you can't invest the same amount that day, don't buy it. Because I need to get people to start thinking like an investor, because you can literally, again, this is where everyone gets it wrong. You can start with $100, $200 a month and still become a multimillionaire in 30 years. You absolutely can if you run the numbers. And so it's just getting people to start. That is my number 1 goal in life, is getting everyone out there to stop blowing their money every week, living beyond their means, and buying crap they don't need, and get started. So mindset is first, getting started is second. One of the things we talk about on the Rich Habits podcast a lot is building your base. Before you go buy a real estate project, before you go invest in anything crazy, build your base and get that first $100,000 saved and invest it in the simple things. The S&P 500, the NASDAQ, maybe an international fund, maybe a bond fund. Get your base built. So if you have $100,000 and it's making you money, it might only make you 9, 10, 12% a year, but at least you know you're never going to wake up and be broke because you have that set aside. Then you can start diversifying into other types of investments and other things. Most people get it backwards. They save 30 grand. Then their buddy says, hey, I'm going to go flip this house. They're going, oh, I'm in. They give them the 30 grand. They lose money. They're starting over. Then they have to spend a year and a half to save the 30 grand again. And then they do this vicious cycle till they're 40 some years old and finally start investing like a pro. So I would say that would be number 2. And then number 3 would be get the base built, then diversify. Don't do the opposite, because too many people, their buddy wants to open a food truck or they're going to go do this and that. Build the base so you're making money while you sleep, and then you'll never have to worry about going broke.
There's a phenomenon within like the business space where I feel like there's people who are established
in the video. Let's jump right in. That was the message that I felt like I needed to share. I don't know what you all thought about it. I would love to hear what you thought about that. But that was something that I felt is life-changing. I mean, who would have thought that, $77 or more, $1 today spent is equal to $77 or more saved or earned in interest when you get 30 years down the line? I mean, I may not have 30 years more to work, but hey, I'll take half of that. I'll take $50 for every dollar that I spend. You know what I'm saying? Or 40. But that right there was exciting information. And I hope that it impacted you as much as it impacted me. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about that video. I mean, very worthwhile. So I just want to share that with you all. I hope you all will share that with someone else and really help us to learn and share with our families how you can grow your money, because it is not necessary for us to keep working so hard for money. And the older I get, the more I'm like, you know what? That's a lot of work to be putting in for a few dollars, you know? And I think we have just been taught that hard work is the only way to go. Yes, hard work is a very significant part of working, but at some point, you want to be able to not work, right? Not have to work and be self-sufficient. It's not just working to work, to continue to work. And then when you retire, then you say, oh my goodness, I'm not working no more. How am I going to make it? I don't want to hear that. Simone does not plan to be saying those words anytime in retirement. I tell my children, I plan to be one of those snowbirds here in the summer, going in the winter, enjoying the sun, because that is my desire and that's my plan. So I'm working to get to. You understand? So that's all I got for you all today. I wish the same for you all, that we will all be eventually snowbirds or close to it, where we can afford to be away and not have to be working for the rest of our years. So guys, love you all. I wish you all the best. I pray God's blessing over you all this week as we move into another week. And please comment and let me know what you think about what I shared today. That's all I got for you. This is Simone with Simple Smart Mommy Money Moves. Thanks so much for watching. Have a blessed week.